Well, we are so excited that this Sunday is our start of our family regathering. And for those who have signed up, we're excited to see you. Now listen, if you don't feel comfortable yet, we completely understand, and we'll continue doing our live stream of the 11 o'clock service. Now the stream will start at 10:45, and we hope you can join us. Now remember, keep worshiping at home until you feel comfortable to come back. Now for those who are going to be here Sunday, we need to walk through of what it's going to look like when you come back on the property this Sunday. There's going to be procedures and policies that we're going to ask you to follow. Now remember, our plan may not be perfect, but it's not permanent. And we're trying to do stuff to make everyone feel comfortable to come and worship with us. Now remember, we're going to have hand sanitizer, we're going to have offering stations, we're going to offer you a free mask if you would like one. And we're going to alternate pews of where you sit, and we're going to have an organized seating pattern. And we're going to talk about that all right now. All right, once you've arrived for the 11 o'clock service, know that there's only going to be one entry available, and that's the entrance on Oakview Road closest to Johnson Street. Now our entrance on Lake Crest will be closed, and then our entrance further down Oakview from Johnson Street will only be used as an exit. So make sure you come in the entrance closest to Johnson Street on Oakview Road. And then once you arrive for the 11 o'clock service, you're going to be greeted by our parking lot team as well as this sign. And it's directing you to go turn left right in front of the children's building. And it's going to take you all the way around to the back parking lot. So once you get parked, and you will be assisted by our parking lot team, I'll show you what you're going to do next. All right, so once you've parked for the 11 o'clock service, which will be in between here, the atrium, and our baseball fields, you're going to see a sign sitting here that's currently red. Now red means that the doors are currently closed. And we plan to open the doors around 15 minutes before the start of service. And once the doors are open for you to be able to go in, the sign will turn green, kind of like this. Now that the sign is green, you may enter the building, and let me show you what it's going to look like when you enter in through the atrium doors. All right, so once you enter in the atrium doors for the 11 o'clock service, a couple things you'll notice is one, the doors will be propped open for you, so you don't have to pull them open. You just can walk right in. Also, right as you enter in, there will be some hand sanitizer stations so you can get your hands good and clean before entering in the sanctuary. Also, a member of our connections team will be right here, and you can see Cameron there. He's got a big smile on his face, although you can't see him because he is wearing a mask. And all of our teams, our seating team, our connections team, will be wearing a mask for your protection. And we also have been given some masks that have been made by a generous lady in our church, and you're welcome to pick up one of those if you do not have one and take. Also, you'll notice that we have an offering station right here as you walk in. You can come in, place your offering there, and then you'll walk here around the corner, and we'll have a connections team member here guiding you down this hallway. And once you get to the end of this hallway, you'll be greeted by one of our seating team members. And once you enter in this, we're going to have an organized seating pattern. So we have a plan that once you get in, we'll ask you how many are in your household, and then we'll send you to a certain section where then they'll seat you, and we'll make sure that you are 6 feet apart from each other, that there's plenty of space. We'll also alternate pews so you won't be right behind anyone either. Now once the service is over, we'll sing a closing hymn, and at that point Don will tell everybody to stay right where you are, stay in your pew, and then our seating team members will dismiss you. And so how that's going to look is going to be once you go to exit, the seating team member will come to your pew and say you can head out, and you'll head out these back doors, other than one section that I'll talk about in just a minute. So everybody head out these doors, take a left. When you come out here, you'll see another offering station if you haven't put your offering in the first one. You'll see some more hand sanitizer if you like to do that. And then you'll go right out these doors into the parking lot, and you'll turn and go back to where your car is. Now the only exception to that is going to be this far right row. This is the side the piano's on, and we are going to exit you back out the way you came in. So you're going to go right down this hallway. You're going to go down the hallway, take a left, and go right back out the atrium doors to your car. Now remember, we know that you want to say hello to your friends, that you want to, we know your desire is to hug on them, shake their hands, but we're going to ask you that during this time that you do not do that. There might be some people here that you don't know that have underlying issues or might not feel comfortable doing that. And so it's just better if we all keep our space for the time being, wave, smile at each other, even if you're wearing a mask, and say hey from a distance. But please, please refrain from touching each other. Also, some of you might have to sit in the middle of a row. And no matter where you're sitting, we ask that you, once you're seated, to please stay on your pew for the duration of the service. Now remember, we are asking you to stay in your pew during the service, which again is only 1 hour long. But if you do have an emergency and need to use the bathrooms, the only bathrooms that will be open are back here in the vestibule. So we have the women's over here and the men's over here. They will be cleaned after each use for your safety. But again, we're asking you to try to only use that in an emergency purpose. So that's what this Sunday and the Sundays to come will look like. Now remember, if you have not yet registered to attend this week's service, go to oakview.net/reopening. That's oakview.net/reopening. And also remember, you will have to register for each service starting the Monday before that service. All right, we are so excited and we look forward to seeing you and being with you this Sunday.